breaking developments tonight in the disappearance and the search for Nancy Guthrie. An anonymous tip reportedly prompting a new search for Guthrie along the U.S.-Mexico border. The New York Post reporting the tip coming in Wednesday to a group that works to find missing people in Mexico, saying that Guthrie is buried near the border in an unmarked grave.
Well, hello folks and welcome. George here. I hope everybody's doing okay. And I really do mean that, folks. I really do. I wanted to share with you something that that I heard just this morning, that over in Mexico, that apparently a special search group or search team has been looking for Nancy Guthrie. But not only that, they went out to the desert on Nogales, I believe that's the name of it, just right across the border, or I guess the border from Tucson, Arizona, into Mexico. And what they found was very disturbing, okay? Now, as far as I know, at the recording of this, this video, Nancy has not been found. But a search team got a tip, or someone got a tip that led to the search team, that Nancy Guthrie's body was buried just right over the border in Mexico. So, of course, they went out looking, searching all around. And as far as I know, to this point, they have not found her. But what's really disturbing is that they found over 25 unmarked graves. Now, the tipster that spoke about this said that Nancy Guthrie was in a unmarked grave in the desert there, just over the border in Mexico. So that's where they're looking now, and I believe they're still looking at this point right now, trying to see if they can find Nancy Guthrie in an unmarked grave. But thinking about that, folks, isn't that just crazy? They have found over 25 unmarked graves just in that area alone. And that just tells you that, how disturbed some people are. So just really, really disturbing on this. So, so I wanted to kind of check with, of course, Charlie, to see what he thinks about that. Okay, two numbers, right? Two numbers. Okay, cartomancy card. Name something to somebody. Spirit Charlie, are you there?
Breathes heavily. I'm here, George B. Charlie's with me. Sniffles, voice cracking a little. He says, "Good morning, gambler. You're up early today. What's on your mind?"
Well, have you heard about the report about the search team in Mexico that was looking for an unmarked grave of Nancy Guthrie? Did you hear about
Voice
that?
Low and somber. Yeah, Charlie's nodding. He's been watching that one close. The search team down in Mexico, they found something they weren't supposed to. Something that's got a lot of spirits stirred up. Takes a deep breath. You want me to ask him what he's seeing?
Yes, if you will, please do that.
Pauses, breathing slow and heavy. He's showing me a desert, dry earth, cracked like old leather. There's a big hole in the ground. They're pulling things out. Voice drops to a whisper. Not just bones. There's anger down there, George. Old anger. Some of these spirits, they've been waiting a long time to be found. Sniffles. Charlie says some of them aren't from Mexico. They were brought there from farther north. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I believe they said they have so far, when they just searched in that area, found over 25 unmarked graves. So that means that was 25 bodies. Is that correct?
Breathing heavy, almost panting. Charlie's shaking his head. Not 25 bodies, George B. Voice cracks, fighting tears. More. A lot more. They're only finding the ones that want to be found right now. There's layers underneath. Deep, shaky breath. He says the number's closer to 200, maybe more. Some of them, they're not even in graves, just voice breaks, crying softly, just thrown there like garbage. Charlie's crying with them.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, Charlie, Spirit Charlie, I did a couple of readings here, and one of them that came up, I did 3 readings on the board, and one of them was an adult lady. Would that been the spirits trying to tell us something? Are they getting close to finding Nancy? Or is this just saying that that this is about
Breathing heavy.
an adult woman?
Breathes heavy, voice low and soft. Charlie says the old lady is a grandmother. She's not Nancy, but she knew Nancy. She's been waiting down there a long time. Voice cracks, crying softly. She's trying to show us the way. The spirits are guiding the searchers toward Nancy, but she's buried deeper than the others. Deep, shaky breath. The old lady says they're getting close, but they're not there yet.
What about the number 56? I rolled that, or I didn't roll that. I pulled that out of the bag. But number 56, does that have anything to do with this case, or even somebody that may be watching this video?
Charlie's lighting up on that one, voice shaky. Number 56. That's how many days it had been when you pulled it. He says the spirits are counting every single day she's been gone. Sniffles, it's a message for the people watching too. She's still out there, and time's running out. Deep breath, voice breaking. They're begging us not to forget.
What about, I did also pull a cartomancy card, and it was the Jack of Spades. What is that telling us there?
Charlie's staring hard at that Jack of Spades. Voice drops low. He says it's a young man, dark hair, clever, but dangerous. Sniffles, not a spirit, a living person who knows where Nancy is. Deep, shaky breath. The card's warning you, George B. Someone's watching the search, playing games. Watch for the sneaky one. He's connected to those graves.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you, Charlie. Well, there you go, folks. Boy, that is something else. Now, again, we have to take all this with a grain of salt with what the spirits are saying, what Spirit Charlie's saying there, but I do believe they are getting close. There is something out there, or someone out there, that does know where Nancy is. And I would almost say that whoever this tipster was that turned in the information, I hope they can find out who that is, or at least if the tipster knows more, please, give more information, of where Nancy is. And also these bodies, I would think that somebody would want to know about their loved one, about these bodies, and find out who these people are. Because apparently if they found over 200 people buried out there in the desert in just a short area there, imagine what, my God. So anyway, folks, I just hope everything, I just hope that they can find Nancy, and hope the family can get some, closure on this. So, but anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. If I find out any more information, I'll be back on here. And I hope everybody out there will please be safe. And folks, my name is George, and I want to thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you would please do so, I'd appreciate that. And hit a like on this if you did enjoy this. Also, if you will, share this video. Send it out to people that you may think would find this interesting, because, you know, you never know who the spirits are seeing or talking to and what they're trying to say. So, but again, thank you folks so much for watching, and I hope all of you will be safe. And until next time, folks, my name is George, and I will see you down the road. Bye-bye.